This show, I think, has meant so much to so many people. I feel like it's actually made me a better parent, and taught me a lot about marriage. But is there something that, for you, it's really... There's the cry face. Stop.
That's such a sweet thing.
No, but it's true. Wow, that really got you.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, it's true. I think it's a very visual representation of like, hey, what you're doing now has an effect later on your children, and that's something that we should all be keeping in mind.
Most definitely.
And it's terrifying, but it's true, right?
Because, I mean, you know it. You do the best you can or that you know how to in the moment. And then when you know better, you do better. Yeah. And so you have so much more compassion for your parents once you become a parent, because you realize like, oh, I could have messed up. They could have messed up in so many more ways that they didn't even do. I should be thanking my stars that I turned out as well as I did.
I think it's made all of us like sort of want to hug our loved ones a little closer. And maybe have like conversations with your friends and family that you would have never thought to have, or you didn't feel comfortable to have. Like, I think it's like opening up this like dialogue with people, because you're sort of forced to hold a mirror up to yourself, and you're like, wait, what is my relationship like with my siblings or my parents, or you know, on and on and on. But I don't know. I guess in that sense, it makes me feel closer to my family. It makes me want to like, you know, keep in communication with everybody even more.
I feel like your show and you have made me a better mom. And I mean that with 100% sincerity, so thank you. I've learned a lot about parenting from this show.
Really?
So thank you, yes.
Wow, that's such
I'll
a
write you a whole
compliment.
essay on it and mail it to you, because it's like, it's deep. Yeah.
Wow.
She's an amazing mom. We should all be like her.
Well, thank you. I mean, that is all credit to Dan and the writers, but I love that she's human and she's fallible and she's not this picture-perfect June Cleaver. I love that she makes choices that are maybe seen as unpopular, but it's rooted in love, and that's like what it boils down to for both Jack and Rebecca at the end of the day.
I think I've learned a little bit about vulnerability. You know what I mean? That it's okay to sit in a vulnerable moment and be there with somebody in a vulnerable moment and just let it be that. Like, it is what it is. It's an open wound, and we can sit here and be in it together. I've learned that. Yeah. If there's nothing, we don't have down packed is how to be open wounds on this show.
I have a 12-year-old daughter.
That's right.
And I'm no longer with her mother, but we have a good relationship, but we don't live in the same house, and so I see my daughter all the time. You know, she lives with me half the time, but I've really, and as strange as this sort of sounds, and it sounds a little bit cliche, I've really, this is so bizarre, because I had this conversation with Dan, after I watched the pilot, I said, this show's going to change people's lives. And I didn't know I was talking about me at the time. And he goes, I think you're getting ahead of yourself, but I'm glad you like it. He's such a humble guy. And then I realized, like, after I was like, no, it's my life. Like, this is really changing my life. It changes the way that I listen to my daughter and the way I respond to what she says. And I like to think that I'm a better father because of the show.
It's really about removing the ego, you know, and that nothing is personal, and that we all are really trying to do the best we can with what we have. And, you know, some people are a little more evolved, and we're all teachers and students, and so it's just about like evolving.